Like I did an album with my boy Pounds. He's another indie dude, and it's like we moved the needle with his album, and people were like, wow, yo, this album is incredible, the production is, and sometimes you'll have that. Sometimes you'll be like, yo, you know what? Let me take it back to the basics with it, because people aren't doing that. Everyone's trying to emulate someone else. But you can find your own, and it's like when you find your own, this will make it what it is. Like, sometimes it's kind of scary, but when it comes out, if the people love it, then you know you're doing something right. Then it becomes like, okay, more. Let me try to invent more to come out. And I believe with that, these are the things where it's like it helps the person to move the needle in this genre of music of what we have. Everyone doesn't like the same thing. So if we can give people something that that they will love, I believe this is what works. So looking at it, going from Big L, going to Pharaoh, going to OC, etc. A lot of those records, they still play today for the mere fact of trying to do something that people aren't doing, and laying that needle and moving that needle across. To be like, hey, well, I didn't have, the dopest loops like Pete Rock and Lost Professor enough, but I found a couple of things to make it and put it together, and it sounds a little something. And it's even dope. Like I look at it, even doing a Stress record, and then French Montana comes and samples the record and says, they didn't sample my shit. I can tell my record, but it's cool. I'm a fan, because looking at him like, yo, that was amazing, because that showed like you appreciated something that I did. And long as I could keep doing that, it's like even today I try to do the same thing. It's all about just moving it forward. Continue moving it forward. Like you could do what you want. I want to be the line pusher. I don't mind listening to the other stuff where it sounds like, okay, this sounds like something you did 2 months ago, and it's like, but if it's dope, I'm going to tell you it's dope. But for me, I want to push the line, and it's like that exists where it's like you can do the same thing for a few months, and you can also push the line. And that's the beautiful thing about music. And even in this time, it's like we're not caught up in the same, in the same web that we was doing a month, a year, 2 or 3, 4 years ago. Those people who are trying to do that, it's like, looking at it, we move so fast with music. Something that you had last year might not be the same. You might like it because it's like it holds a part of you because that was a time that you went through. But people are looking for the music to keep evolving. And a lot of producers aren't doing that. They want to do what they do, but then it's like at the same time, like, okay, cool. What we're doing now, we're capturing a moment in time. This is what we're thinking about. This is how we moving, how we living. And in a minute, we'll be doing something else. And there'll be more producers there also. So you have to figure out what's going to keep you, with you being you without doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's going to keep people wanting to, be into you. I believe life is all about sacrifices, point blank. It's not all about the check. And some people, they believe in just the check, and it's like, but you can also create a bigger check, like, even working with Game, I ended up working with Game because I had someone that was a lesser check. And even though Smitty didn't come out, his album never came out, but it turned me on to Game. And it's like, and the record did fairly well. It's like I got a plaque for it. It was a record that everybody loved from his album. That was a lot, because looking at it, if my guy came out or not, I got something big from it from looking out for him. Like we recorded maybe 12 or 13 songs, and he went to LA and he played it for Angelo and Game, and they were like, yo, get us something real quick. And I sent him a beat tape, and it's like, he's like, yo, we'll be out there this day. We come to work with Just Blaze, and it's like, we want to record this the same day. They came, and everything they said they wanted to do, we did. We recorded 3 songs, and it's like one of them stayed on the album, and the other 2, became like catalog. And those things, I believe every artist and producer has to think of. It's not just making a song. It's like, oh man, you know what? If you're not going to pay me, then I don't think I'm really, into this. I got paid. It's like I was getting paid for one, but it's like I did, I think 3 or 4 records. And it's like when they got it, it's like when they got the beats, it was, and I always was a person to be like, yo, well, I need to check before I go to the studio. But I just sent them the beats anyway. I said, you know what, let me just take the chance. Sent them the beats, and, you know, that became Like Father, Like Son with Game. You know, with Busta. You know, Busta's on the hook, and it's Game's record. You know, I never look at it and be like, yo, because every opportunity that you have, you never know what it's going to be. So if you keep that mind state of like, oh man, you know, I did this and I did that, and you got to pay me now. It's like, you never know what this one will do. You know, like even, you know, sometimes it isn't. Like working with terminology, it's like I contacted him after I heard the record he did with Premier. You know, and doing remixes, you know, Special Ed. Like when I hear lyrics, the remix I did for Special Ed with lyrics, it reminds me of like some of the underground stuff that's now. And it's like, and I look, and it's like I can look back and I can see so many records that I've done that touch many different people in a certain way. And they might not like, I don't really like the 50 stuff or this one or that one, but I like this. And it's like, I love this when you was doing this hair. So that moment in time, it was something for them, even if it's 20 years later.